morning. I hope you're enjoying watching. If you are, hit subscribe, hit thumbs up. It's Friday morning here, so as you saw in the time lapse, I've just demasked some of the car and also taken the plastic sheet off as well. So that's the bumpers done, all looking good. Really happy with how they've turned out. No overspray on the fresh paint, which is great. Apparently it's very important to make sure that you don't get kind of rattle can solvent based paint on fresh car paint, because it can act like paint stripper. So that's why I was really careful about masking it off. Obviously I could have taken the bumpers off, but as the car was already covered in plastic, I was happy just to mask off the bits that needed to be covered. So I've also gone over the roof. So I blew the car off a few times, degreased the appropriate bits a few times. I have keyed the roof again with Scotch-Brite, degreased it again, and then remasked some areas. So basically it's ready now to go into the booth, get another plastic sheet put over it, just masked up around the plastic onto the side of the roof to make sure that we don't cover any of the car that we've already painted or the windows in overspray. So that's where we are just now. I'm gonna give you a quick look around it. Kev's got a car in the booth just now and he's out just now de-nibbing and polishing some bumpers. So good opportunity just to give you a quick walk around, and then we'll go back into probably time lapse or maybe a live video of painting the roof. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do until then. I might actually start having a look at taking things out to get to the battery tray. In fact, I'll show you that as well. So let's have a look around it and then I'll show you that as well. So there we go, a wee bit of dust. That's from me leaning on it. Wee bit of dust, but happy with the way the bumpers have turned out. No overspray anywhere on the body, so that's good. And around the back as well. So that's all good. So just remasked areas like this and give them a good clean off and degrease. Obviously we'll degrease it again once it's in the booth, and then tack cloth it as well. It's always the last thing I do is, once I'm ready to painting the guns, I always go and degrease and tack cloth it. So we can do this one-handed. I know where this is, so that's nice and clucked. Right, 1 second. So yeah, I mentioned the battery tray and I said I was surprised that it passed an MOT. So I bought it with nearly a full year's MOT on it with no advisories, which is always suspicious on a car this old. Unless, you know, it's just had, you've got a fail sheet and then it's had lots of things done. So I'm absolutely astounded that this wasn't at least an advisory, because as you can see, that's a hole. And that did not happen in a short time. So, you know, it's a common problem and it's not a big issue, but I'm very, very surprised that wasn't either a failure or at the very least an advisory. So, but no matter, we have a new panel to weld in. So obviously the battery is going to need to come out, the washer bottle, and then as you can see, unfortunately there's quite a lot of wires running along there. So I'm hopeful, I'm coming up through it as well, hopefully it's not too big an issue to move them. I hope so. Hopefully there's enough length in the cable to move them aside, or plugs in appropriate places. Looks like a load of things there have been electrical taped together, so we'll have a look and see. So I think I might just stick it on time lapse and actually start having a go at that just now, because there's not really anything else I can do until we've painted the roof. I can't start building it back up again, or it'd be kind of stupid to start building it back up again before doing this, because we need access from behind the headlight. Alright, I think I'm just gonna get cracked on with this and see how we get on. Hopefully it's not too much of a mission. was quite a lot of time lapse there. You saw Kevin paint the roof, and then you saw me sanding and polishing the roof. So that was done yesterday, which was Tuesday. So that's all sanded and polished. I managed to do it all in one day, so I was quite happy with that. And you will have seen a little bit of time lapse of me tubing around with electrical stuff. Basically, I was undoing so it was kind of like a relay that somebody had put in running off the battery to make the headlights brighter. I was undoing that because obviously I was in there anyway. I was fitting the new headlights and I was in there anyway, so I decided I would just undo it, because if you remember, there was an issue with one of the full beam lights not working. So basically I thought, let's just get everything back to the way that it should be, and then we can work from there. So basically that's what I did, and I'll let you have a look at the roof first, and then we can talk about the electrics. So there's the roof, all nice and shiny. Just give it a quick dust off there. So that's that done. It's quite a big panel to sand and polish, so it does take a wee while. So I'll just go over the electrical things I was talking about with you. So you remember there was a wee, it looked like a business card box there that had some wires, a fuse and a relay in it. So that's gone, and I've just reconnected the wires. I don't know if you can see, I used a bit of the wire that was there just because it had been cut a little bit short. So that's just back to factory the way it should be, and looks a lot better without that in there. So that fog light there, or spotlight there, that turned out to be a bad earth, so I sorted that. New headlights fitted, so all the lights are working, new indicator lenses, so that's all good. So that took a little bit of time, but it's all working. And the absolute best bit, I will show you, is hey, the main beam telltale is now working, so that's great. So it must have been to do with that rewiring that had been done. Obviously having that thing that wasn't supposed to be there was messing up the circuit, so that's brilliant. It means it doesn't need to go to the auto spark, and it's pretty much everything for the MOT's done. Still need to put a handle on that seat. I think there's something else that I'm forgetting as well, but it's not a big thing. And there's the new battery tray in place as well, and all seam sealed around the edges. So all good.